If you've ever wondered how to tie in your crafty business and your witchy business, this is the video for you. Hey neighbors, welcome back to Garden. If you've been here before, lovely to see you again. If you're new, my name is Ryan and I post videos 3 times a week teaching you how to run a small business, do witchy things, and then also do crafty things. And today, when I was trying to plan out what video to make, I realized I haven't done a video on knot magic, which is something that I use every single day as a fiber artist and witch. So today I wanted to go over a fun little crafting video for you that ties into what we're going to be doing later this week. Lately I've just been feeling really burnt out having a day job that I've been working so much to get caught up on bills because it has been a slow season, as well as still being creative and being witchy and doing things. And last week we did a money spell and I showed you all of the different ways that we manifest money into our life. And this week I was trying to think of a way that I could get my energy back and kind of make myself feel creative and witchy at the same time. And Austin suggested that I teach everybody how to veil while using knot magic. And these are 2 things that are super important for witchiness in general, and it helps you make fun little things like this. This is my Rhiannon shawl that I've made, and I imbued magic into it with knot magic, but I also get to use it in my craft life. So without further ado, I'm gonna pass it over to voiceover me. So there's 2 different things that we're gonna talk over here while I'm making this new pattern. Veiling is when you create something that you wear over yourself, either for protection, for privacy, for focus. You can do it however you want, but I use veiling as a sense of I want to put this on to protect myself from the energy around me and make sure that I'm focused on just what I need to. You think of it the same way that you would like veil yourself from sunlight, or you would veil yourself from people's views. It's a protective type of magic that you do that either keeps negative energy away from you, it keeps your thoughts focused on what you're working on, or it makes sure that other people can't read you or put other things towards you. So it's a protection in that sense as well. You can either do this magically, where you just kind of like cloak yourself and use energy to protect it, or in my case, you can do it physically, where you create items that you're going to wear and use as a way to veil. I can just put on a bandana or a jacket or a cardigan, which is what I'm doing in today's video. I'm making this Hexagon cardigan using knot magic with the intention of it being something that I can do for veiling. So I'm bringing my craft and my practice as, you know, a witch, as a pagan, into my art by creating something that is both lovely and wearable and functional in my day-to-day life. Now, a really cool thing about knot magic and veiling or creating crafts as a physical crafter and a magical crafter is that no matter what you make, even if you're doing without a witchy intent, it's going to carry the love and the intention of what you made for another person. And we've talked about this before on this channel, where we don't necessarily believe that magic, any form of specific title for it. Like, magic is magic. The world sucks, have some magic. That's one of our mottos. And it's important to understand that if you're a Christian, if you're Jewish, if you're Muslim, if you're a witch, if you're agnostic, any of those things, like, you're still putting intention in what you do. So if you are crafting and you're praying over somebody and you are a Christian, you're still imbuing energy into that. The only difference for us is that we're witches, and so we're doing the same thing, focusing on putting that magic in. So you can call it a multitude of different things and it still works for you however it is. And this goes the same with our manifesting versus praying versus things like that. So just take this moment and focus less on the title of like magic and more on putting your energy in and what it means beyond it. We're using magic as a very simplified term here. So knot magic is when you take, specifically you work with like macrame, knitting, crochet, anything where you're creating knots in the work that you do. And there is some that's very literal, where it's literally, you know, the 7 knot spells, and it's like 1 by 1 the spell is done, 2 by 2, and like you go all the way through all 7 knots or 9 knots depending on what it calls for. Which, when you think hand fasting, you know, where weddings come from, the literal tying of the knot, those are all knot magic imbued things. So for this, we're going to do it along the lines of crochet. You're going to pick up your hook, and for each knot that you create, you're putting intention behind it. So this cardigan is gonna have thousands upon thousands of knots, right? These obviously take a lot of time and a lot of energy to create. So putting intention into each and every knot that you do is gonna make it a really powerful item. A lot of magic related items, a lot of witchcraft, a lot of manifestation in general is all about mindset on top of practice. So if you want to feel protected, you put something on that makes you feel safe and makes you feel protected, but you also focus on being protected, and then you do things to better yourself and make them protected. So in this sense, with the veiling and the knot magic that I'm using in this, I am specifically making this cardigan for the days that I don't feel good, the days that I don't feel comfortable. That is one of the main things when dealing with craft and knot magic that's really exciting, is you're tying in and focusing each intention, and it's putting you in such a specific place of what is going to come out of this project, and that's what I really enjoy about doing it. So that's how you do basic knot magic. That is the easiest way. You're taking some intention and you're using your crochet hook, your knitting needle, your hands as a method to imbue that magic into it. So you're focusing that intention and putting it into the thing with your hands, and then each individual stitch carries that. And as we said, thousands of stitches in this piece. That's so much intention, that's so much thought, that every time somebody wears this, they can feel it, that they have that magic going for them. So you're gonna put that in, and I'm wearing it with the intent of veiling and protecting myself. So now every time I put that on and I finish it, I'm going to feel safe, I'm gonna feel protected, and I'm gonna do things to make that a reality. It's gonna be my comfort cozy. It's gonna be a cardigan that I wear when I'm tired or overstimulated. I'm so excited to wear it. If you liked this and you want to learn more about knot magic and veiling or any of the things we discussed in here, let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Those are all things that help us out with this. If you enjoy this stitch and the way that this looks, come back on Friday, because we're going to be going over the granny stitch as part of our crochet along tutorials. I will see you then. Don't forget, you can also find us on Ko-fi in our shop, or becoming part of the Brew Crew. Every single donation, order, purchase, anything that goes through that site directly funds our apothecary, our small business, and this channel. And the support from you means the world to us. I'm gonna go back to crocheting and getting ready for bed. I will see you Friday to learn how to make the rest of this. Bye, neighbors.